Let's talk about cement. Well, Orient Cement, the numbers look quite good actually. The margins expanded in a difficult scenario. The volumes are flattish, so the management has done a fair bit on the cost side. Mr. Deepak Khetrapal, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer at the company, joins us on the show. Hi, Mr. Khetrapal, and good to see you in, Mr. Khetrapal. Let's focus on a couple of numbers then. You had told us that the EBITDA per tonne could move to around that 850 rupees odd by the end of the year. You managed to achieve that, so that's good news. And the volumes for the year as well were close to around 6.15 million tonnes, which is the highest we've seen in the last 4 years or so. So good on that. My question to you is on both these two aspects. Give us a guidance on the volume front, first of all. How much can you grow on this base of around 6.1 million tonnes? And the EBITDA per tonne, given that the pricing environment has been weak, what should be the best range we should be looking at for this year?
Nigel, and always good to be here on your show. As you yourself have pointed out, I think in Q4, we internally, I think within the company, I must say that we are a little disappointed because I think till Q3 YTD we were doing quite well. And the growth that we anticipated to come in Q4 didn't turn up, not just for us, for the entire industry. And in fact, with the results which have come out, what we are seeing is people who tried to go for more volumes actually have not gained much in profitability. So I think we have to be conscious of the fact that while, yes, we have very, very low growth in volumes and sales, but the strategy that I have always maintained we follow at Orient Cement is we actually try and do business with reasonable margins always. And that is driven basically by what I keep taking a huge amount of pride in, and all of us do at Orient Cement, the premiumization strategy that we followed and the premium products, premium brands that we've launched in the market, they are holding us in good stead. So despite volume not going up, our profitability improved significantly. I think on profitability, we would be one of the rare companies in this quarter who managed to improve EBITDA per tonne over the previous year. I mean, that's one trend which I think we managed to beat. So that's on the Q4 that has gone by. Full year has been compromised because we didn't get the growth and the prices in the month of March, which sort of brought us down to growth rate of just about 6.1%. And we internally, I think we managed to do volumes of close to 97% vis-a-vis what we had set out to do at the start of the year. So 97% doesn't sound too bad, but when it hits your profitability, you feel bad. Coming to your questions about what should we look forward to in the new year. So as of now, as I'm sure all of us are aware, the month of April has been impacted quite badly in terms of volumes and prices, and largely to do with the elections which are on, the non-availability of construction labor, which are largely migrants. They go back to the native places to vote, extreme heat conditions, water shortages emerging. So lots of negatives in the environment as of now, April. And I think my own guess is April, May are going to be soft. As we move into June and the election results come out and hopefully, like I said, the normal activity resumes in the construction industry, we do believe the growth to kick in. The whole industry is talking about a growth of between 6 and 8%. Given that we do keep following the right strategy, we do think if industry is going to be at 8%, we would gun for at least that much growth, which would take us in the region of 6.6 million tons, 6.7 million tons in the new financial year. What's worrying as of now for everybody is the fact that the prices, which had come down dramatically in the month of March, they have improved marginally in the month of April, but not much gain. But thankfully, they are not sliding down anymore. The improvement in prices that we think we should expect should happen only once the demand stabilizes and starts looking up, which, like I said, the scenario perhaps would be post-elections.
Mr. Khetrapal, hi, good morning, sir. Can you just quantify that? How much of the March slide has been made up in April? I mean, what is the price increase that we saw in the month gone by? And how confident are you about further hikes? Because then June onwards, we get into monsoons. Are you confident of any more hikes in May?
I personally do not think, unless the demand improves, I don't think the pricing is going to improve because the demand has to be there in the market, right? And we are today struggling with low demand conditions, so I'm not hopeful in the month of May. June, you're right, the monsoon does kick in, but monsoon softness, which is there, it's related to that price, there could be an improvement, not on the prices which prevail in the non-monsoon months. So I do believe once the demand picks up, monsoon impact will be there, but it might be better than the monsoon in the previous year.
All right. Mr. Khetrapal, on that, just to take Surabhi's point forward on pricing, I mean, as a construct, as a way of thinking, is it correct that if you don't see meaningful price increases in April, right, and then rains hit by June, middle of June, it kind of gets pushed out, at least towards the second half of the year. And so then, I mean, the pricing-led kind of story is out broadly, at least for a large part of the year. Is that the correct way to read it?
Well, quite frankly, if we start looking at the trends in the market have always managed to surprise all of us. Who had predicted in the month of March the prices will be so low if you go by the trends? What we've seen in the past does not necessarily tell what can happen in the marketplace. I'm still quite certain as the mood comes back to running the government, running the businesses, and the demand picks up, that sentiment will help us perhaps to recover a little better price in the marketplace. I'm a lot more confident about that.
All right, Mr. Khetrapal, what about the EBITDA per ton? Volumes, you've told us it could be in the vicinity of around 6.5 to 7 million tons. What about EBITDA per ton at current pricing? You managed to get to around 850 rupees. Where's it headed from here?
One thing which is working in our favor, besides the premium brands, as I mentioned to you, is the new investment that has now become productive in our waste heat recovery system and also the solar power. Not only does it give us a lot more green power, it also would add straight away, coming just from benefits from these two investments, would be in the region of about 50 crores a year. Now, 50 crores on a volume of under 7 million, we're talking about 75, 80 rupees a ton of gain straight away there. Even if the prices do not improve. So that's where, let's say, our internal confidence is. More importantly, also, we should be able to get relatively better margins because our premium products keep selling more and more. To sort of bring the point home, even in a year where the consumer demand has been very muted, our premium brands have grown 31% year on year. And they now constitute about 22% of my total B2C sales. So these are internal strategies that we have the strength within the company with. And whatever be the markets, I think these two, one, invest in the green power, and second, premium brands should hold us in good stead. So I would definitely to wager next year we should be 850, 900 in that range.
Okay, 850, 900. We got that. Final question, Mr. Khetrapal, and we need to ask you on that. We are very, very responsible, and we'll report once we are pretty sure. But various sections of media keep reporting that Orient Cement is on the block. First, they were talking about, Ultratech Cement. Then it was the Adani Group. In any communication from Mr. Birla with regard to, does he want to continue running the business, or is he looking for a better suitor?
Well, the instructions to me from the board and Mr. Birla are very clear. Keep going the way you're going and keep building the growth. We, in fact, currently are very sharply focused on getting the approvals. Last quarter also I mentioned the public hearings and all were being done at both the plants for expansion. I'm happy to say both the public hearings have been completed successfully, and the papers are now being moved for environment clearances for expansion. I would repeat, we'll first take up the expansion in Chittapur. That should start, I believe, within this half of the year, and followed by the construction that we will perhaps need to pick up quickly for our split grinding unit to support Devapur, which, as we mentioned last quarter, in the Madhya Pradesh Power Corporation, we are in the final approvals are almost in place. Small little negotiation is going on. So a couple of expansion activities are going to be on very soon, and I have all green signals from Mr. Birla and the board to go for the investments.
Got it. All right, Mr. Khetrapal, appreciate you joining in. Wishing you all the best. You're clarifying for the time being, the company is not on the block.